Hey, it's only 5:57, but I'm going live with Morning Coffee with Sandy, which means some of you will be late, and it's not your fault. You are not responsible for being tardy this morning. I just thought since I've started a couple of minutes late now and then, it would be nice if I started a little early today. So, little congestion today. Don't worry, doctor time is coming up. Oh, good morning, Opa. I'm early today, which means you're early today too. Good morning. Um, okay, so it occurred to me yesterday that I share the Fritzy report with you every day. And I have a report for you today, but I want you to feel more involved like I am and get to know the woman behind the report. I don't mean me. I mean her, Fritzy. And it's like every day when I'm looking for things to, trivia and stuff to share with you, I like to find stuff that I can relate to. And those are the things I choose to talk to you about. And yesterday I found out that today, I know you're going to want to put your good clothes on and start celebrating. It's Marilyn Manson's birthday. You know who Marilyn Manson is, right? Marilyn Manson is that really, really scary looking hard rocker, right? From, I'm going to say, 70s, 80s. I'm guessing. I should have done more Marilyn Manson research. He always wears a lot of makeup, scary makeup. And back in the day, and the day is not going back that far back. I mean, we're talking about, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I used to gamble a lot. And as a result, I was a VIP at a number of casinos, and I would get free tickets to all the shows. Consequently, I was at some kind of live entertainment every weekend, every week, without fail. And I used to take Fritzy to a lot of my freebies with me. Most of the rock concerts, I would take my grandson Max because he loved it so much. And if it was a really special concert, I would ask for extra tickets and I'd take a whole bunch of people. So it depended on what the concert was, as if I would just take my grandson or my mother or a guy friend or a girlfriend or a whole crowd. But let's talk about my mother. There were certain things that I knew she had to be the one to go with me. So if it was like anything that had to do with the 40s music, or big band of any kind, I always invited her first. But here's what you should know about Fritzy. She was my date for the monthly boxing matches. Yeah, I'm not kidding. At the casino right closest to where I used to live, Golden Gloves Boxers, run by the organization owned by the cutest man who ever got into a ring, Oscar de la Hoya. I was such an Oscar de la Hoya fan that I actually, at one point in my life, had a life-size stand-up of Oscar de la Hoya in my living room. Oh, what a handsome guy. Ooh, yeah. Anyway, I got my love of boxing because my father, as a young man, sorry, need a little sip. My father, as a young man, was a Golden Gloves boxer himself. Consequently, I grew up in a house that loved boxing and wrestling and all that kind of stuff. And with a mother who was the same way. Consequently, she used to go to the boxing matches with me every month. And every month before the boxing match, there would be a meet and greet with some famous boxer and an opportunity to take your picture with them, win a boxing glove that was autographed. And I will never, ever forget the night that I took her to see the meet and greet with Bernard Hopkins, who was a huge boxer at the time. I mean, not at the time we saw him, but in his time. You only got one ticket. Just the person who was the VIP got a ticket for the auction. I mean, for the drawing. So only I had a ticket. But when I heard what they called, I gave the ticket to my mother and said, Mom, I think your ticket won. Could you check it? And she looked at her ticket. You would have thought that I just said you won the lottery. I mean, she was beside herself. This little teeny old lady. I mean, she was already over 90, right? And she starts screaming, I win, I win. So somebody comes and escorts her up to the front. And I have the most glorious pictures of her hugging Bernard Hopkins. And she got an autographed boxing glove, which is still to this day on display in her room. She loves that. Okay, so that was background to who you're dealing with here. So it's Halloween. I don't have plans, but I have 2 tickets to see Marilyn Manson at the casino. I would never go see Marilyn Manson. Not my kind of music. I wasn't into Kiss, so I didn't like the whole makeup thing. Anyway, I invited my mother to come, and I thought this will be hilarious. We'll leave really early. She loved Marilyn Manson. Loved him. She's whooping and yelling with all of the crazy rockers. When we came outside, there were this group of men, I would say between the ages of like 40 and 60, who were, they must have been sitting somewhere near us and saw how excited she was, because they gathered around her like she was a movie star and asked to have their pictures taken with her. So there are also all these pictures of little tiny Fritzy with this whole group of men holding up a Marilyn Manson poster. She was amazing at stuff like that. Totally crazy. Okay, so the Fritzy report. She was so adorable yesterday. I mean, she looked so adorable that we actually had a grandchildren call with her. I called some of her grandchildren, my children and my niece, and she can't take too many people. And we all got on the portal while she was laying in bed with her oxygen and her blueberry milkshake, which she was drinking. Hello, this woman who hasn't been eating, hasn't been drinking, is sipping a blueberry milkshake. Go figure. She didn't say a lot, but she was present. I mean, when we said to her, come on now, come on, Mom, come on, Grandma, wave. She would wave to the kids and good morning, Henry. Good morning, Opa. It was delightful. It was absolutely delightful. She didn't interact a lot, but sometimes you can tell when the lights aren't on, but somebody's home. Somebody was home yesterday. I don't know how long this is going to go on. I am so blessed. I can't even believe it. Now, in all fairness, she was on oxygen because her oxygen levels dropped very low. But when they put her on oxygen, her oxygen levels went right back up. I don't know what to tell you, folks. I mean, we could be doing Fritzy reports longer than you're alive. I mean, I swear to you, I am fully prepared for this lovely warrior to outlive me. So that's the Fritzy report. She's doing fine. On the other hand, I'm not going to lie. This pandemic is doing its thing, and I've been getting messages and calls literally on a daily basis of friends who need prayers, friends who have passed, friends who are admitted to the hospital. I mean, I've spent a lot of time in prayer and sharing white light, and I know you're probably doing the same thing. This is a tough time. Be smart. Don't be that super spreader. Don't do it. We just saw what happens when people go traveling. Stay away, please. Please. Okay, what else? Today's 12th night. I never knew what 12th night was. But you know how they, on the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. Apparently, there are actually 12 days of Christmas, this being the 12th. So happy 12th night, y'all. I don't know what you do to celebrate. I think maybe you start over, get a new tree, and a whole lot more presents. Yeah, good idea. I think so. It's whipped cream day. I don't even know if I need to say anymore. Whipped cream. Hello. I mean, straight out of the can. Yum. Have you played that game where you put the whipped cream on the splanger thing and you have to click it and hope that it doesn't hit you in the face? Oh my God, that game is hilarious. We played that with the whole family. And I'm sure you can make up your own games with whipped cream, but I can remember in college, we used to have shaving cream fights between the men's floors and the women's floors. And if you were really lucky, people used whipped cream instead. Oh, they were huge fights. I mean, we'd get out like on a football field. And a whipped cream fight, that's not a fight. That's a game, man. That's fun. Who doesn't love whipped cream? I mean, come on, seriously. I remember my father years ago going on the Atkins diet, and the joy for him of being on a diet was that he could put whipped cream in his coffee instead of milk. You couldn't have milk, but you could have whipped cream. Go figure. Anyway, hail, hail, I'll hail the whipped cream. Yeah, that's today. It's also Bird Day and Keto Day and Screenwriters Day. Not really interested in any of those. It is the birthday of King Gillette. Do you know who King C. Gillette was? Gillette razors and Gillette razor blades. Yeah, the big guy. Apparently, he was the king. Yeah, his birthday today. George Reeves. Come on, you know who George Reeves is, right? Superman, duh. Superman, the original Superman. And my personal hero, Bradley Cooper. I mean, who doesn't like Bradley Cooper, right? And Diane Keaton. Come on. For those of us who are in our, well, if 70 is the new 40, for those of us in middle age, she's like the poster girl. I mean, she's awesome. She's awesome. Henry, thanks for stopping by. Sorry you have to Zoom. Thanks for being here with me. Anyway, there's a lot of birthdays today. Fritzy is doing well today. It's going to be really warm this week in the desert. Those of you who need to get away, you might want to consider living in your car, put a toilet in your car, live in your car, and drive out to the sunshine. Unless you like the snow and the cold. I mean, some people do. I just don't happen to be one of them. Okay. What do I want to tell you? Oh, besides, I love you. I love having a sip and a smile with you. I love being with you. Thank you so much once again for giving me the opportunity to be inspired by your presence. Wow. Thanks. Oh, and JB, thank you. Thank you for reminding me, or not reminding me, but calling to my attention that I foolishly put the year as 2020 on a couple of my YouTube things, my morning coffee things. I fixed them. So it proves to me you're watching. Thank you. I love that. Hey, see y'all tomorrow, right? Have a wonderful Tuesday. And if you're around, watch Donnie Paquin on Karaoke Tuesday. It'll make your day. Love you guys. Bye-bye.